Have you ever felt like the whole world is looking at you and just waiting for you to fail? Like no matter how hard you try, the people around you simply don't believe you can do it? If you have ever felt that loneliness, then this story is for you. Because today, we meet a girl whose only friend was her own reflection. Her name was Mira. She was a quiet girl, living in a busy city, blending into the background of every crowd. Mira had a dream, a big one. She wanted to be a classical dancer. Not for fame, but because when she danced, the noise of the world disappeared. But there was a problem. Mira didn't come from a family of artists. Her father was an accountant, her mother was a teacher. In their world, dancing was a hobby, not a career. It was something you did at weddings, not something you did with your life. Every night, Mira would close her door, open her phone, and watch videos of famous dancers. She would try to copy their moves, but the space in her room was too small. She would knock things over. She would make mistakes, and every day the world would remind her of those mistakes. At the dinner table, her father would look at her grades and shake his head. "Focus on your studies, Mira. Dancing won't pay the bills." At school, her classmates laughed at her. They called her a dreamer. They told her she was too tall, too clumsy, too ordinary to ever be on a stage. One day, Mira gathered all her courage. She found an audition notice for a prestigious dance academy, the best in the city. If she got in, she would get a scholarship. She would prove everyone wrong. She practiced for weeks in secret. She barely slept. The day of the audition arrived, Mira walked into that big hall, her heart pounding in her chest. She looked at the judges. They looked bored. They looked tired. She performed. But halfway through, her foot slipped. It was a tiny mistake, but it broke her concentration. She forgot the next step. She froze. The music kept playing, but her body stopped. She looked at the judges. One of them just sighed and wrote something on a clipboard. "Next," the judge said. Just like that. No, thank you. No good try. Just next. Mira walked out of the hall. The door closed behind her, and it felt like it closed on her entire future. That night, Mira sat on the floor of her room. She didn't turn on the lights. She didn't cry. She was too tired to cry. Her father's words echoed in her head. "Dancing won't pay the bills." Her classmates' laughs echoed. "You're too ordinary." Maybe they were right. Maybe she was stupid for dreaming. She looked around the room. It was messy from her practice. A water bottle here, a towel there, and then her eyes stopped at the mirror. It was just an old, simple mirror leaning against the wall. But in the darkness of the room, it caught the faint light from the street outside. She stood up slowly. She walked towards the mirror and looked at herself. Her eyes were red. Her hair was a mess. She looked defeated. And in that moment, something strange happened. Mira looked at her reflection, and for the first time, she didn't see a failure. She asked herself a question, a loud question in the silence of her room. If nobody else believes in me, why don't I believe in myself? She stared deeper into her own eyes. She saw the pain, but she also saw the fire that made her practice until her feet hurt, the fire that made her watch those videos late at night. She realized something powerful. The judges didn't see the hours she put in. Her classmates didn't see the passion in her heart. Her family didn't see the joy she felt when she moved. Only she knew that. Asterisk. Only the girl in the mirror knew the truth. So Mira did something she had never done before. She didn't practice for the world. She practiced for the girl in the mirror. The next morning, she woke up early. She stood in front of that mirror, and she danced. Not for an audition, not for her parents, but for herself. If she made a mistake, she didn't stop. She looked at herself in the mirror and nodded. "It's okay," she told herself in the mirror and nodded. Try again. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Mira stopped asking for permission to dream. She stopped seeking validation from people who had already decided she wasn't good enough. She got a small job at a local cafe to save money. She used that money to buy better practice clothes. She used her free time to learn online. Her only audience every single morning was that mirror. And you know what the mirror did? It never judged. It never laughed. It just showed her the truth, that she was getting better little by little. One evening, a flyer caught her eye. A small community center was hosting a talent show. It wasn't a big academy. It wasn't famous judges, but it was a stage. Mira signed up. The night of the show, the auditorium was half empty. Just some families and a few old people. When Mira's name was called, she walked onto the stage. The lights were hot. The floor was wooden and old. And for a second, the fear came back. What if I fall? What if they laugh? But then, she remembered. She wasn't dancing for them. She closed her eyes for a second, and in her mind, she saw her room. She saw that old mirror, and she saw herself looking back with belief. The music started, and Mira danced. She danced like nobody was watching. She poured every sleepless night, every tear, every moment of doubt into that performance. Her heart was on that stage. When the music stopped, there was silence. Then one person in the back started clapping, then another and another. Soon, the whole room was on their feet. Mira didn't win a huge cash prize that night. She didn't get discovered by a big producer, but she won something much bigger. In the audience that night was a woman, a small-time event organizer. She came up to Mira after the show and said, "I've never seen someone dance with such feeling. I'm organizing a small cultural festival next month. Would you like to perform?" That small festival led to another show. That show led to a workshop. And years later, Mira opened a small dance school for underprivileged children who were told they were too ordinary to dream. So, let me ask you today, who is clapping for you? Is the world cheering you on? Or does it feel like you are dancing in an empty room alone? If you feel that no one believes in you, look in the mirror. That person looking back at you, that is the only person who needs to believe. The world will always have doubters. The world will always have people who are too busy to see your light. But you have to be your own biggest fan. Don't wait for the world to validate your dream. Validate it yourself. Show up for yourself, even when no one else does, because one day you will look back and realize the moment you started believing in yourself was the moment the world started believing in you. And remember, the mirror never lies. It reflects your effort. It reflects your struggle. And if you keep showing up, it will reflect your victory. If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that lift you up. And always, always believe in the person you see in the mirror. Thank you.